guys, here we start our last chapter of Queen Bee. मैंने हर एक एक इसमें स्पेशल मोमेंट जिसमें जेम लगता है, मैंने ऑलमोस्ट सारी वो चीज़ें की है, सिर्फ एक या दो ड्रेसेस को छोड़ के और एसेसरीज को छोड़ के मैंने सब कुछ खरीदा है। एंड दिस इज़ द लास्ट चैप्टर जिसमें हम देखेंगे द विनर इज़। आई हैव बीन वेटिंग फॉर रिकॉर्डिंग इट बिकॉज अब मैं इससे ज़्यादा रुक नहीं सकती, तो अब मैंने सोचा कि इसको शुरू कर दें। तो कंटिन्यू प्लेइंग। I don't know if I can stand it. The contestants have dined and dined and changed their way to the top. And now we are about to find out who's taking more home that 10-carat gold diamond. Interested person to watch or what? Here's the link to the TV's official betting pool. And a reminder that this is your last chance to pick your horse. I have got a few though riding on Chakrahi's nice well. Though, if there was a separate pool for best dressed, that money would already be in the bag. Did you all see Six or Fruit? Poppy could never. That being said, it's anyone's game. The elbows have been rubbed, the performances have been performed, and the votes are being taken. The only question left: who will wear the crown? And more importantly, can they keep the weight of it from snapping their pretty little neck? This is the thing. Okay, the Queen Bee. And what's the back? I am excited. That's right, contestants to the stage. We're just about ready to make our announcement. You put your heels against the wooden stage impatiently as the other contestants take their time making it nesting on a plush red velvet cushion. First to applause. Gimme. It's the performance that Poppy is glad for. She adored it. Don't forget your candy. But you do hold your breath. How could you not with the announcement just seconds away? Thomas stood and the speak crowd, microphone in hand. And now the moment you have all been waiting for. Before we want to announce the winner, move it along, Phyllis. I'll be asking each of you one final question, and this will be our gracious audience's last chance to vote. You glance over and see Veronica roll her eyes, keeping her pegged smile plastered to her face. Poppy slips past the rest of you and saunters up to Thomas. I'm ready whenever you are. I guess we're starting with our reigning champ. Let's start with an easy one for everyone's favorite Queen Bee. What does the school's motto, Ipsa Scientia Deviata Est, translate to in English, and what does it mean to you? That's the easy question. No one would judge you for passing Poppy. No need, I have an answer, of course. Let me just think about the best way to phrase this. After Poppy struggles through an answer to limited applause, Thomas runs through the rest of the candidates with questions ranging from cakewalk to fine square of fruited. Veronica, what's your view on herd mentality and the dangers of an immense social media platform with no stance on social justice issues? It's bad, probably, or like maybe. Flo, if you could, please tell us the geographical history of the Louvre. Their numbers, but also of late. Oh God. Carter, please tell the audience, what's your favorite spot to hang out in the campus? Oh, the quiet by a fountain. Is this a trap? You have to tell me if this is a trap. Okay. And last, but certainly not least, first time nominee and the Louvre's own zero to hero, Saksa Hughes. Ooh, go Saksa, you got this. You paste on a smile and try to ignore the faces in the crowd as Thomas steps up to you. I'm ready. Hit me with your best shot. For alums who haven't witnessed your epic rise to the top this year, tell us, who are you? Thomas threw you an easy question, thank God. Thomas gives you a wink and knowing smile. Compared to close question on the geographical history of the Louvre's campus, this is as easy as a question. Well, I'm a complicated human, Thomas. But I guess if we had to boil it down, the number one thing you need to know about me is I'm the ghoul who shook up the school. Is about in Poppy Street, who stole everyone's heart. I don't think there's a single student left in the school that I haven't battled my eyelashes at. Woohoo! Well, I know I've got Ford's vote at least. My point being the person who wins has to be likable. And I just don't think that description is fitting for everyone on the stage. Very well, perfect, sir. And not to show my bias, but with that answer like that, I think it had be the shame for anyone not to vote for you. Even saying that is definition of showing biases. Dean returns to the stage and whispers something to Thomas, who hands her the microphone. What? She sweeps her hand towards Thomas, who's hefting a heavy award in his hand. It sparkles in the light and you press your lips together to keep your from drooling. Ooh, come on, you all chanted me. Carter, Carter, Carter. Why is no one chanting? Finally, you haven't won yet, Scott. Someone hands the dean a sleek golden envelope and she opens it with a fingernail. Is time moving slower or is the woman really taking her sweet ass time? This may be the closest competition we have had in years. The winner by an incredibly slim margin. You feel like you are about to pass out. Everyone of the contestants look on the words of fainting except Bobby, who has the practiced smile of someone who's done this a million times before. You lock eyes with Lan in the crowd. He gives you a warm smile that entangles all of the knot in your stomach. Then he mouths to you, "You are a star." As Jean opens her mouth to announce the winner, Poppy takes a preemptive step forward with a stunning smile. Miss is wanna be queen. As you watch Poppy's face fall, her hand, which was previously reaching toward her award, frozen in place. He watched giddy as a red blush of furry blooms across her chest all the way up to her face. What? This is a mistake. It's no mistake. You lost fair and square. We all fought a good fight, and it just didn't turn out to be in your favor this time. Accept it and move on, Poppy. All whispering. I know what you're thinking. Oh, look at this. Poppy Sinclair's finally lost her mind. Well, maybe, but it's your fault. All of you. Do you know how hard it is carrying an entire school on your back for 3 years? If it weren't for me, none of you should be able to function. You wouldn't know what to wear or how to think. I gave you that. She squints through her haze of the stage, lights into the crowd, and starts calling people out by name. Michael, you would probably be on some FBI watch list. Trixie, you didn't even know how to put a condom on the right way. You gigantic skank leaks out. Dodgy big. Okay, this is going a teens far. Poppy whirls around, tangling the mic cord around her legs and ripping her dress a little as she kicks it off. Carter, you are basically poor. Veronica, I taught you how to use a beauty blender. And Chloe, you have big aortic. Poppy, you're taking this too far. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Seriously, take a deep breath and think about what you're saying. Poppy wheels toward you, chest heaving, face completely red, hair sticking to her face with sweat. And you, Raggy. This is all because of you. She throws down the a glass of champagne. You duck out of the way just in time and snatch up the forgotten microphone. Actually, Poppy, it's all because of you. You have been nothing but mean and nasty to everyone around you for years, and honestly, I should thank you for that. If it weren't for you, I would have never been able to bring you down and take your throne. This isn't over. Look around, Poppy. Look at all the damage you have caused. If there was anyone who didn't despise you before, they definitely do now. You have no power here. Poppy glances around the room, her face going pale as she seems to remember that you're surrounded by hundreds of people. Beloved students and Allens whisper to each other. Poppy's parents sit in front row, trying to shrink themselves in their seats. And it's sad because I think somewhere deep beneath this jagged, radioactive exterior, there's a good person hidden away. And this is coming from someone who should hate you after everything that you have done to me this year. But for some reason, I just can't. Just feel bad for you, Poppy. All of your tantrums and shows of power just seem like cries for help to me. Losing this award is the first step for you to learn some humility. You don't run things anymore. You should get comfortable with that. Poppy's nostrils flare. She's calmed down just enough to realize that you're right about one thing. Her reputation at Belovre is ruined. So, do us all a favor and transfer schools, go out gracefully. Just shut up for once. Well, as gracefully as you can after your little Poppyzilla rampage all over the stage. You give her your best spitting look, which is hard after witnessing the spectacular fall from grace. More damage to your image. Please, this little stunt is nothing. I'll be back on top before you know it. That's a big load of bull, and you know it. Though you probably can't help it. It seems like lying just runs in your family. What does that even mean? It means your mom's a big old cheater. That you had to get it from somewhere. Okay. Well, I am at the top और मैंने कॉपी को लिस्ट में सिखा दिया है बट अब जो मैंने सीक्रेट निकाला था उस सीक्रेट बॉक्स में से उसका भी तो कोई फ़ायदा होना चाहिए ना बट लेट इट बी अ मॉम get Poppy's family business in the family. And it means you're insanely lucky that I know how to keep my mouth shut about certain things. Poppy's eyes is suspiciously, but she doesn't press the issue. Probably out of fear that you should know something you shouldn't, which is smart because you do. Whatever. If these troglodytes think you had make a better queen than me, then they can have you. They'll find out soon enough that you're just as much monster as I am. I don't need these people. I don't need this school. I can do whatever I want, go wherever I want. I'm Poppy Mint Senkiller. You glare at her as she bares her teeth at you. And you realize she's right. With Sinclair knowing she could write her own ticket anywhere in the world, you realize that she can't be killed, not really. Or maybe your ammo just hasn't been strong enough. What you need is a silver-coated bullet. You think back to the locked box in her room. You are no Sinclair. Stop sneaking in riddles, Sexa. Okay, fine. I'm just wondering why you insist on going by Min Sinclair when Min Nakamura would be more accurate. Wouldn't Poppy? Poppy goes completely white as the crowd starts to whisper again. I don't know what you mean. Oh, don't play coy now, Poppy. You know exactly what I am talking about. Her eyes dart towards the crowd, and you follow her gaze to her parents, sitting in the front row. Leah Sinclair's face is pinched and red, while Anna Min Sinclair looks frozen in horror. Poppy lowers her head, murmuring out of the side of her mouth, so you have to lean closer to hear her. You leak them in Sinclair family secret, Poppy is shaking in her thoughts. Please, I'm begging you. Quite while I am ahead. Keep going. Destroy her. Well, what should I do, guys? This is a completely frozen situation for me too. Should I be quiet or should I be keep going? Should I destroy her? Because the face on her lips is not usual, but she decided to destroy my lion, and of course, she was destroying me even harder. So here you go. Art Likumora, your biological dad. The one you have been writing letters to for years. Oh no, was it supposed to be a secret? Poppy gives you one last defiant look, and you think she might try to attack you again. Then she turns on her heels with a sob and sprints out of the room. Thomas takes the microphone from your hand, his eyes wide. Well, that was the most explosive winner announcement we have had in certainly as long as I can. Now let's see how it goes. We run out of the ballroom into the cool night air and start looking for him. We're not having any luck, but as we round the fountain, we run into him. And again, not again and again. One room, and we're looking for him, and again and again. But he won't come. Entire life again and again. Poppy adjusts the pants of his face. It's like when you are oh no. One time the principal tried to hire me and said I was 1,000,000 times worse. Please, I was trying to destroy you. He's just a controlling teenager. That's how he was that day he called me insult. I wasn't cold, just slightly furious, and of course, I never resorted to violence. Well, he just explains. Besides, he didn't seem to mind a bit when I was playing with him in his house. Don't forget yourself. You haven't cracked me even. Don't you dare try me like that. You have officially seen both of my level. How does it feel? Or have you totally forgot that you just destroyed not only my life, but my entire family in one night? How could I forget? My family is important. Sometimes even more so than you think. My family know me better than you do. Nothing is wrong with me. Everything is fine. She doesn't even know me. I have no idea who I am. My family, my family, my family. You're lucky you're so beautiful. Nah, why don't you catch these hands? Yup. You say I sunk to your level. Trying to be mine. You threw your arms around her waist and pulled her down to her said that you get copy of. Oh yeah, guys. Finally, मैंने collect कर लिया 30 diamonds and now I'm going to. It's time for lesson. Hook up with Lan in Lan's office. Okay, I'm going to select this. Sorry guys. आप सुन रहे हो ना, थोड़ी सी disturbances हैं, वो शाम को ऐसा हो जाता है because of the construction work going here. Sorry for that. Okay, so it's time for a lesson. And again, sorry for that disturbance. You grab his tie and start tugging him across his office. Okay. When you reach his desk, you push him down into his chair and climb up to straddle his lap. He sighs out your name, grabbing hold of your hips. Sixa. You know, Lan, it's a little hypocritical of you to be so needy for my attention, right? After you said all these mean things to me. You roll your hips against his and he groans. But when his fingers tighten against your hips, you take his hands and pin them to the backrest. Why should I give you what you want right away? You need to learn a lesson first. He licks his lips at your stern tone, his hands flexing. But he doesn't try to pull out of your grip. His gaze is still dark. Are you going to make your reward if you're good? He makes a frustrated sound and you tighten your grip on his wrists. From this close, you can see his pupils dilate with want. You lean down to whisper harshly into his ears, enjoying the thrill of power that rushes through you. Okay. You have been giving me a hard time lately, Lan. We play by my rules today. Will you be good as do as I? As do I say? His jaw clenches in defense. But when you bite hard on his earlobe, he groans, voice breaking. Yes, I'll do anything. You brush a kiss to his jaw, hearing him suck in a sharp breath before you just get off his lap. Eyes on me, Lan. You start wriggling out of your clothes, watching Lan's teeth catch his lower lip as he sits rigid in his chair. I'll spice up my tease by giving him a lap dance, touching myself seductively, okay? You sling a foot on the chair beside his leg and reach for the strap of your stiletto. You unbuckle the shoe and run your hands up your leg. His eyes follow the movement and his fingers clench at his sides like he's barely stopping himself from reaching for you. You are better at restraining yourself than I thought. You kick off the other shoe, then shimmy out the rest of your clothes. He bites his lip when you are in just your underwear before him. Then you start sashaying your hips while your run hands over your stomach, up your sides before bringing them around to cup your breasts. Like the show. His hands trails down his chest. And you narrow your eyes in warning, hands at your sides. With a strangled leaning in to press a quick kiss to his lips, but backing off when he tries to deepen it. Your turn. You unbutton his suit jacket, the subtle brush of your fingers against his chest, making him tighten his joint restraint. His jacket cast aside. You expertly undo his bow tie, but pause as you start unbuttoning his shirt. While I undress him, I should feel his body, kiss his neck, okay? You prop a knee on the chair beside his hip, returning to undoing his buttons as you lean in and brush your lips against his neck. He bites back a quiet moan, but once you have opened the last button and pushed the shirt off his shoulders, you nip as his throat and he gasps. Oh. His hands twitch at his sides and he tightens them into fists as you open your mouth and swipe your tongue against the faint mark left by your teeth. Oh my god. Yes, lad? More. He swallows and you choose the bob of his Adam's apple with your lips before sucking on the sensitive spot beneath his ear. You don't let your fingers touch his skin, completely avoiding his bare chest as you lower your hands instead to work on the clasp of the belt. Ah. He lifts his hip into the touch, but at the click of your tongue, he sits obediently back down. You're going to drive me crazy. I thought I already did. Slowly, you pull down his zipper, simultaneously pressing open mouthed kisses down the side of his neck. The cedarwood hints of his cologne wafting off his skin. You look great like that. Please. His voice is low and gravely, his gaze hazy, but your eyes catch on his undone bow tie draped over his desk. You pluck it up and hold it in front of him to pull him closer. How do you feel about using a prop? He quickly tips his chin up to nip your lower lip. Then he sucks it into his mouth, running his tongue along it and making you shiver. I think that's an excellent idea. You indulge him for a moment, opening your mouth to his and kissing him slowly until he groans. Then you push him roughly back against your chair. Mhm. Good, because I want you to tie me up. You step back, crossing your wrists in front of you. Lan breathes out a quiet, "Oh my god," under his breath as he stands. He takes the bow tie from around his neck and wraps it around your wrists several times, the silk snug as it binds you. He gives a sharp tug, and your breath catches. His eyes lock on yours, centimeters between your lips, and you feel a thrill in your stomach. Too tight? It's perfect. Do I have a permission to kiss you? You pretend to consider it for a moment, and his gaze darkens again, jaw tensing in frustration. You have been so good, so kiss me, Lan. That's an order. He crashes his lips to yours, all his frustration channeled in the demanding kiss, his mouth insistent against yours. Oh my god. Lan, you lift your bound wrists, looping them over his neck as he kisses along your jaw, keeping his hands to his sides. As he suckles down your neck, you gasp, jerking forward so that your body is pressed to his. Ah, you can touch me now. His hands are like embers on your body, stoking the fire within you as they pierces your sides, squeeze your thighs, take hold of your ass, but pull you tighter to him. God, I want you. You moan as his hands slip down the back of your underwear and knead your flesh mm, on your desk. Uh-huh. He takes your hips and guides you to the bookshelf until your back presses against the old, well kept volumes. He lifts your bound hands and pins them over your head as he kisses down your chest, sucking against the curve of your breast. I have fantasized 100 ways of taking you in my office, but I hadn't figured the bookshelf into it yet. Then you better start getting more imaginative. You moan as he lifts one of your legs. You moan as he lifts one of your legs, hooking it over his hip so he can step closer. You tip your head to the side as he mounts at your neck, rocking against him and feeling him chuckle. Seeing how needy you have gotten is giving me plenty of ideas. Your leg slips off his hip, and you jolt as his fingers slide under the waistband of your underwear and tease against you. Lad, your head falls back against the books as he strokes you, his other hand keeping your wrists bent high. You roll your hips into his touch, panting. All too soon, his teasing touch retreats, and you let out a groan of frustration. Patience. He lowers your panties, and you step out of them impatiently, only to cry out as his hand moves between your legs again. I can't wait any longer. He turns you around. You hear the rustle of fabric as he lowers his pants out of the way, and then you both groan as he pushes into you. Oh, yeah, so good. He grabs your hip with one of the other hands, with one hand, his other holding your bound hands high over your head. You moan and widen your stance, feeling him sink deeper. Lan, please. You hardly know what you're pleading for. I want you. He curses, forehead pressing into the back of your neck as his hips snap rapidly. He groans your name in a guttural voice, and your body starts to tingle. Don't stop. You scream out the demand, and then your breath catches, and pleasure, unlike any you have known, bulldozes through you, wiping your mind blank. Okay, so I had a great night. Once you have finally caught your breath, You gather up your clothes and get dressed. You perch on the arm of a chair and watch Lad do up the last of the buttons on his dress. Shirt, completely content and glad that once again everything is solved thanks to the power of sex. Thanks, sex. We should get in fights more often if they are that easily resolved. Everything's not merely okay again. What? But we had makeup. You can't even have makeup sex without making up. If only it were that simple. This is not this is not how you were imagining the evening going. He seeks the look on your face and takes your hand, kissing the back of it softly before pulling you into his arms, his cheek resting on the top of your head. You know that I find you beautiful and sexy, and almost annoyingly irresistible. Check, check, and check. Thank you very much. Still, your heart hammers in your chest as you clutch more tightly to him. What just get you out of my head. Sometimes I wish I could forget about you. I don't, not even when we have so much fun together. Whatever the reasons that brought us together, I am glad it happened. As much as I had like to deny it, and as much as conflicted as I feel right now, I could never regret knowing you. He pulls back to look you in the eyes, searching for something. It's clear he is worried about being hurt by you again, but he also seems worried he won't be able to stop himself no matter the cost. I need you to tell me, and tell me honestly, is this the real? Are we real? Nan, you're the most real thing in my life. We're over. Oh my god. There may have been some things I lied about and some things I withheld. But I need you to know that I would never lie about the way I feel about you. He gazes into your eyes a moment longer, stroking your cheek softly before he kisses you on the forehead and steps away. If it's alright, I'll head back first so no one gets suspicious. Before you can even get your bearings, he turns and walks towards the door. Lan. But he doesn't turn back around and then he's gone. हमेशा का ड्रामा हो गया. A little while later, you head back to the ballroom, giving Lan a few minutes head start before you slip inside yourself. You haven't gone more than 2 steps inside before Zoe runs up to you as fast as her embellished, high heeled Jimmy Coos can carry her. Girl, where have you been? And why are you all wet? I don't even know where to begin. It's then that you notice the energy in the ballroom has changed. The alums seem oblivious, but most of the students are gathered in the clusters around their phones. And worse, they have just started to notice your re-entry to the ballroom, and more heads are turning your way. Zoe, what's going on? You don't know. She shoves her phone in your face, and you take it, your eyes going wide as you skim the article on the front page. And it looks like so is a certain professor's career. Okay. Oops. Looks like a new queen bee needs to take better care of with her private information. I hope you all have a wonderful summer and rest up. You are going to need your strength for senior year. Hashtag below break, Cope de Grace. Kisses X. X. Who? What? Who? This can't be happening right now. This has to be the hard copies. She doesn't have these pics anymore. Plus, we had this weird truce moment outside after we fought in the fountain. So I'm not sure she even would at this point. I have so many questions I want to ask, and I'm so bummed that this isn't the time. What we need to do is talk to Thomas, minimize the damage, find Lan. Okay. Mm, what should we do? I need to warn him and or smash his phone or something. Whoa, slow down there, cowboy. The last thing he needs right now is to be seen talking to you. As the hushed chatter in the room starts to build to a dull roar, even the non-students start to perk up to something going on. Thomas dashes past you but jerks to as a halt as Zoe catches him by the sleeves. Stills, what the hell is going on? Why did you even approve this? These photos are barely proof of anything. Exactly. Look, I wouldn't have approved this anyway, but out of curiosity to you, but the lack of journalistical integrity in the post seriously makes me want to die. Wait, so you didn't give this is the okay? You and Zoe exchange a look while Thomas runs a hand through his hair, staring down at his phone screen like he still can't believe it. Please tell me you know who did this and that you're about to delete the post. I would love to tell you that, but I can't because A, I have no idea who did it, and B, I am completely logged out of the tea. Me too, the anonymous submission page is totally gone. What? The staff in attendance have started whispering around you too. You gaze around the room until your eyes finally lock onto Lance. Maybe everyone will forget about it over. Of us might not have that long. Okay. Well, junior year certainly ended with a bang, but the real question is, will Sexa make it back to Belovre for another year? I guess the real question is, what genius is behind this hostile takeover, and why? Oh, why do they have it out for precious Sexa? Well, dear reader, I guess you'll have to wait around and find out the next fall when school's back in session. Until then, kisses X. The T की जगह अब X हो गया. Congratulations! Recruiting a full pose has unlocked a special bonus scene with the sneak peek at book 2. Okay, recruiting a full pose. Okay, I had a full team. 2 months later, you're on the beach soaking up the rays when a shadow blocks your light. You're about to tell someone off when you open your eyes and see. Okay, who are you on weekend with? Lan or Zoe? Okay, I'm with Lan. One frozen peach tequila as requested. Oh my god, you're a lifesaver. Are you really drinking an old fashioned on a beach vacation? Vacation is no reason to compromise my brand. Adorable. Nothing says stuffy academic like bourbon and Vermouth on the beach. Are you going to stop teasing me long enough to say thank you for the drink? Okay, thank you kindly. And I almost insist that you try this cold, sweet, icy goodness. We both deserve to relax. Everything that happened this year has been a god awful nightmare leading up to this vacation. So, all the scamming and drama and being at risk for of losing my job was all you could steal away for a few weeks. I'm saying that we have been through hell, but it was worth it to meet you. He smiles at you, and it's so cute if we got to do over on the whole year. I couldn't stay away from you if I tried. I know this because I did try. Now that I'm on top at Belovre, I feel like I just have an even bigger target on my back, and I have pulled you into danger zone. We'll worry about the future in the future. Wasn't that the reason we came out to Miami? To leave Belovre and all its uncertainty in New York? To get lost in the crowd and actually have a moment to enjoy ourselves and each other? Don't forget celebrating the fact that you are technically not currently my teacher or my boss. Lan raises his glass to you with a chuckle. You clink your drink against his and both take a sip. You're right. We should make the most of this time while we have it. Let's start with a very public makeout. You, me, boozy ice cream, and a stroll on the beach. To your surprise, Lance sets your glasses down on sand. He pulls you to your feet and sweeps you into a kiss that is hotter than the sand on your bare feet. He asks your back, kissing you deeper and more desperately, like he's just returned from a war. Is this unprofessional enough for you? Not nearly. The taste of the whiskey on his lips made the icy sweetness of your dick vary as he explores your mouth with his tongue and your back and hips with his hand. Better? Mm. Laughing happily, dizzy with longing, you pull yourselves and land down onto the sand, cuddling up in his arms. Can I say that I'm so glad you suggested this trip? Just then, Lance's phone buzzes with an email, and you glance over as a notification drops down on the screen. Lang Kingsley, this is an official notice. Oh no, that can't be good. We may as well read it together. You are bored. This is in regards to the photos posted to the student blog The T at the conclusion of the last term. I hope that the issue can be resolved without significant hardship, but you must understand that board wishes to protect this institution and its reputation. Consider yourself an administrative leave pending the resolution of the matter. Do enjoy the rest of your summer vacation, and I will see you upon your return to New York. Best, Dean. Okay. Oh God. I knew this was coming. I had only hoped that I wouldn't have to think about it for a couple more weeks. Man, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. What do we do? What can we do? They're not gonna fire. They can't. We're so screwed. You're gonna be get fired. I am gonna forever be known as the undergrad who got the beloved anthro professor fired. Can they kick me out of beloved for this? Hey, hey, I haven't been fired yet. We can't know what's going to happen. And I know we didn't speak up before the fight begins. It's just not fair. I thought this was all over. I had hopes so as well. You really don't know anything about the mysterious hacker who leaked the photos. Not at all. I swear. I destroyed every copy Poppy had. I see you. Unknown sender. This time it's your phone that buzzes, the screen lighting up with a text from an unknown sender. What the hell? I see you. Bet you don't see me. But you will. Can't wait for next year. Six hugest kisses. The unknown sender sends another text, and it's a picture of you and Lan right here on this very beach. What the hell is this? As you look up from your screen in horror, you cast your gaze around the beach in a panic. Where? Dozens of a single clue who could be watching you right now. Oh, oh, Farmsville. Looks like X is hot on your trail. Can you use your newfound grip on fend them off next year? We'll be watching with bathed breath. Kisses the tea. Well, let's see what happens. We hope you enjoyed Queen Bee Book 1. See you in senior year. Kisses the Queen Bee writers. Well, the Queen Bee's writers have certainly a great panic over it. And I guess this is the end of the book. सी यू अगेन सून जब रिलीज़ होगी बुक 2 एंड आई होप कि मैं उस पर भी अपने सारे पोस्ट वाले लोगों को यूज़ कर सकूँ प्लस आई कैन यूज़ ऑल माई जेम्स अगेन टू दैट थैंक यू फॉर being and reading this book with this last chapter with me, I should say, and I'll come up with the last chapter of book 2 as well. So enjoy it and have a nice day. Thank you again. I already told you how I feel about you. I didn't think you had heard it. Otherwise, I definitely would have never said that. Like that's any day. So you only feel comfortable sharing your true feelings about me behind my back. No, it's not that. I swear. I only wanted to throw Poppy off our trail. I thought maybe if that's what she thought, she would leave us alone. Man's eyes running a hand through his hair. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you what was going on. I just wanted to keep you out of the mess that has been my life for the last year. But don't you understand that I want to be a part of that mess? I want to be grateful in the future. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't quite know what to say at the moment. So, yeah, that's it. One little bump in the road, and you're back to freezing me. I had hardly called seeing what just happened on stage and learning all about your double life. One little bump. Not to mention finding out that all of the feelings I have for you are built on love. Man gets away from the desk, striding toward you. He stops right in front of you. His face flashed. I feel like I don't know who you are anymore. I can't believe you're questioning my intentions after I saved your job. And I know exactly who I am. I always have. I'm resilient, I'm bold, I'm smart. And I used all that stuff to banish Poppy Sinclair from this school like the banshee she is. I kept you from being fired because I am not heartless monster you think I am becoming. So you're lying to yourself if you're saying you don't recognize me. But if you don't like what you see, you're free to walk away right now. But he doesn't walk away. In fact, now that you stopped yelling, you wonder, when did he get so close? I'm not leaving. And maybe I was wrong. You are everything I thought you had been the night before. and even more maddening. You may be incredibly sick, you could try to put me in